Use this tax lien indeed hack to add an extra $50,000 to $150,000 per year in profit to your tax lien indeed business with very little extra work put in. So as you're getting into tax liens and deeds, there's going to be things that work good, and then you're going to notice there's going to be some gaps. And here's why. For a lot of folks, tax lien and deed investing can be very, very seasonal. Some places only have auctions once per year. Some places might have them every 6 months, but on average, most places are going to have an annual tax deed sale. Now, you're going to have places like Georgia and Florida, places in Philadelphia, where they're going to do auctions every single month, and that's absolutely great. That gives you way more opportunity to profit in this business. So, if you're living in one of those states where you have auctions every month, this is even going to work that much better. But for the average person, your tax lien and deed investing can be very seasonal. So if you want to do this business full time, we need to go ahead and build a strategy, because this business right now is really one of the best spots in real estate to get into. It's one of the most overlooked and misunderstood real estate investing opportunities. And remember, that is a good thing for you, because the fewer people who know about it, the better it's going to be. So what is this hack and how does it work? It's pretty simple, but there is an economy of scale here. And basically an economy of scale is when you can put in the same amount of work and get exponential results. So I'll tell you a story here. So we would go around the country chasing tax lien and deed auctions pretty much like storm chasers, because we'd be chasing the annual sales, right? So one time we were cruising along, we were in Utah, and we went to the sale in Cincinnati, Ohio. And what ended up happening is there wasn't actually a lot of tax deeds that were really suiting us as far as what we wanted to bid on. But what was happening at the same time was the standard foreclosure auction, okay? And we said to ourselves, well, we're already researching properties. Why don't we add, I think there was 7 or 8 foreclosure houses coming up. So we added them to the list. We're already in research mode. It doesn't take any extra, real effort to go ahead and research a few more properties. So before I continue with the story, if you like this information and you want to get started, I have a totally free program. It's free. There's a link below. It's a mini course on tax liens and deeds. It used to sell for $100. It'll show you how to start or get your first tax lien and deed with under 30 days. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, and you can grab a totally free copy after. I like to provide as much value as possible to beginner tax lien investors so that they don't screw this thing up and lose money. So go ahead, do that. It helps the channel, and that way you won't miss out on future videos. So, we're looking at properties. We decide at the same time, well, there's going to be the foreclosure auction happening. So what we did is we just did a basic research, looked at a few properties, and we ended up getting 3 houses at the foreclosure auction. Now, the thing is, they weren't quite tax deed prices of sometimes up to 90% below market value, but we ended up getting some really great properties for about 40 cents on the dollar at the foreclosure auction. Now, these auctions can happen once a month, which is very cool, especially for the folks who live in places where, maybe you don't have a tax sale. If you don't have any interest in these properties, well, I kind of want to argue for it. Now, I'm not arguing for you to make foreclosure auctions your main name game, but what I like about them, especially the foreclosures, is a lot of the times they might be in a little bit better condition than a tax auction property. Now, you might not get that property 90% below market value, but we ended up getting some properties that we made $30,000, $40,000 on. We literally just bought them, cleaned them up, and sold them. So we ended up buying. So one of our main markets is Ohio. And a lot of folks ask, how did you guys end up in Ohio? And that's what happened, is we just kind of kept going back there for a couple months. And within a series of a couple months, we had 15 properties just in one spot. So that was very cool. And it is nice when you can have an economy of scale when it comes to realtors and contractors and things like that. It definitely helps. Now, that being said, we still do nationwide. I'd say half of our deals are nationwide. Half of our deals are within our economy of scale area. But you, as a beginner, the first thing you need to do is get familiar with your own local area, okay? Is there a tax lien sale? Is there a tax deed sale? When is that sale happening? regardless of whether or not you're interested, you should definitely go to the sale, check it out, and just get familiar with it, because this is a business of getting versed in the variables, okay? So say there's maybe an important auction that you want to go and you want to fly to. So in this situation, you're way better going off into that situation having had some experience in your own backyard. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing. I'll use a silly car analogy here, but you know, just because you drive a car on the West Coast doesn't mean you won't be able to drive it on the East Coast with a little bit of snow, right? Or vice versa. You're going to have the basic fundamentals on how to maneuver the car versus somebody who's never driven a car. Maybe they just go driving in a snowstorm. They're probably going to crash. So that's kind of the importance and the equivalence here of no matter what's going on in your own backyard, start getting some experience and start getting some practice, because it is a great practice ground. And I really do talk about that a lot, how this business, nobody likes to practice. They just want to go to that first sale. They just want to get the win. And then when they don't get the win, they get all sad. And then they come online and they say, oh, it didn't work. All my properties got bid up, or all the properties were redeemed, or it was competitive, or this business doesn't work anymore. And what I can tell you is there's 3,300 counties in the US. If you've failed and you went to a sale, or maybe you've gone to a couple, it's like you're not even scratching the surface, okay? You know, they do say, what is it, the 10,000 hour rule when it comes to like getting good at, you know, to become an expert on like whether, you know, violin or whatever industry. With this business, that timeline, it's not 10,000 hours. It's not even 1,000 hours. Put in an hour a day, 5 days a week, and just take some action. And I can guarantee you this business will absolutely change your life. It is an entry level and you can advance from there. There's no other business where you can buy properties for as little as $50. You can buy a tax lien today, say an over-the-counter lien in Arizona, for like $20, $50, okay? And with that, you're getting the experience, and the steps that you take there will apply to other ones. So if you really want some help with this stuff, what you can do, you can book a call with either myself or one of my team members will speak with you. And we'll build you a custom investing plan that will save you 3 to 5 years of trial and error. We'll do some Q&A with you. We'll show you where to go, how to do it, and make sure that you get in this business and speed up that learning curve as fast as possible. There's a link below. And once again, for everybody watching, check out the free mini course, the ABCs of Tax Liens and Deeds. There's an on-demand training, how to get your first profitable tax lien in the next 30 days, 100 tax lien and deed facts you must know. This stuff, it's totally free. I'm not going to try to trick you and be like, hey, give me $1 to cover the shipping. You'll get it instant access here right now. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe, check it out. And once again, it means a lot that you're tuning in, trusting me to help you. I wish I had this type of resources when I was started, and this business can truly help you create a legacy for yourself, your family. You know, tons of people use this stuff every single day to get out of their 9-to-5 job rat race. I did it. I was an oil rig worker, and this business allowed me to pursue my dreams. So maybe it can do the same for you. So thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.